We'll call it manufactured grief for today, I guess. All right, today's still Friday, the 10th of March, 2023. Time index 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Roseman, California. Location: the Diary of the Griever, named John Weaver. And that is me. All day long, I've been trying to deal with an issue, and I know I've posted on this one, and maybe a couple of videos aren't available because I made them that way for other people to read and understand that I selected. But at this point, it's nearly the end of the day, and I'm still having an issue over it. Because this weekend's coming up, as in several hours from now, and then I've got to deal with a relationship issue that is driving me out of my skull. A family that tried to adopt me, and I'm very fond of them, and I'm having issues over this damn shit. And it's just not happening. It's not happening because I've got a problem with this one. I like these kids a great deal, and I'm tolerating their kids. They're the little ones here. But I had to look at things in the light I've got right now. I can't solve their problems. I can't solve their marital situations. And God knows, I know that they got a major beast and a major monster happening in their family that's tearing them apart. And therapy doesn't seem to be helping with these kids. They tried. They told me they tried. And they still can't get the damn thing right. I can't force an issue down their throat. I can't force anything down their throat at this point. I don't like to abandon them at this point because it means I'm abandoning the family, but I'm going to have to cut ties one way or another. I know being true is one thing. I'd like to be true, but just how far are we going to be sinking down in a damn hole here? I've got issues over this thing. I love them a great deal, but I don't know what the hell I can do to solve their situation, and there's no way in hell I can. I'm not Superman. I'm only human. But I give a shit about these kids. I can make suggestions. That's about it I can do. After that, they got to do the decisions. They got to make the decisions to do and take care of their own lives. I mean, I can help one way or another if I could, but I can't take it away from them. I'm not a guru. I'm not God. And that's what pisses me off. That all day I've been trying to avoid contact with them because of what happened today. Well, the let's let me back up and recap on this one. You folks know that I have an emotional support animal, a little dog that means the world to me ever since my mother and my brother, and now they're in there along with the rest of the animals are good. That's the thing I'm afraid of about my own. She's got too much life left, too much spunk. She's willing to put up her own floppy leg right now as it is. I don't know the reason why it went floppy in the first place. I know several months ago she banged it and it was hurting like crazy, and then afterwards it wasn't anymore. With ice treatments and a little bit of aspirin in there, it was seemed to be healing up, and she was actually able to run around and go crazy, but she still had a slight limp to it. I didn't have the money during that time. I didn't have the insurance or the credit to apply to take care of her. And I'm trying to make the financial arrangements right now to do so. It's been a few times I cancel out appointments because either the financial situation or even a transportation situation. And this is the thing I'm bringing up right now regarding the transportation, regarding the friends I've been saying about. Alcoholism is a beast. It tears families apart left and right. And it's been tearing this family apart left and right. Maybe I should have said something about it a while ago, but it wasn't. We tried talking about the situations concerning about the marriage and family therapy shit. They were willing, but then it felt like it was no damn good. So they've been struggling ever since. And I needed the help of getting transportation early this morning to get my dog in. And that was screwed up. The beast of alcoholism. So now the closest appointment right now without being charged emergency fees is Wednesday. Meanwhile, she's doing everything she can to piss me off, my dog, by running around left and right, despite the fact she's got a leg that's driving her nuts. The leg is able to be moving around left and right, but the thing is, she's limping around because she's got a lot of pain, probably in the joints. I got the medical insurance right now, but I got to wait for the damn paperwork to come through so I can get her seen properly and be covered. And scrambling right now to get alternate payments just in case, if there's going to be anything major done to her. But the one thing I am afraid of doing is making her part of that collection. And when I depended upon a friend, I didn't realize that the damn beast came up and bit him in the ass again and screwed up that chance altogether. I'm lucky enough I've still got ice I can still get for her. I still have animal painkillers, ones for dogs. I'll give it to her a little bit later this evening to make sure. I've got ice, I can ice it up her legs. Both of them if possible. And the one's giving her shit. But this is pissing me off. She's going to be putting more and more strain on the rest of her legs. And it's got me worried. She wants to play. But she feels like she can't play because of the pain. But she's going to be trying to do something about it. And I keep holding her back on this one. And what drives me crazy is I'm not quite sure if I can depend upon my friends. At least the ones I thought I could depend upon at this point. Because of the shit happening in their family. I want to be true. I want to be faithful. But I also got to be faithful to my dog and myself. But I don't like drop kicking people left and right because I hate losing people left and right. And the thing is, when I lost my family, when I lost Mama, and then 5 years later losing my brother, and in between losing other things that matter to me most. Another family friend that was like a surrogate mother and another dog. It's like one thing after another after another. Past couple of weeks, I was also going through the same damn shit again. Because I lost a nephew that I really didn't have the chance to get to know personally. Except through word of mouth. Son of a cousin that left before my mother passed. That really, really put a final nail in the coffin for my mama. They called it respiratory distress. I called it broken heart syndrome. So now I gotta deal with what I've got. My dog's racing around trying to play, but she also doesn't want to disappoint me, and she knows I'm struggling just to take care of her. I love her a great deal. She knows that. But I sure as hell don't want to keep putting myself in a crossfire situation where I've got to look at things in a different perspective at this point. I love these kids. I had been told that eventually they're going to be moving out of state soon. This weekend was supposed to be the bombshell. They're going to be saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got some bad news, but you got to come over this weekend." Yeah, well, after what happened today, that I needed one of them to help me out with a situation regarding her, left a real bad taste in my mouth at this point over here, or almost getting to the point where I'm saying, just get the hell out of here. I don't want to hold on to this damn resentment. I sure as hell don't want to hold this, because it's going to turn me into a fucking monster. I've already been there a few times. No, more than a few times. I've been in this slump against other people who I held resentments for a hell of a long while. I held one against myself for a hell of a long while. I held one against God. Two major heavies, and then there's biological sperm donor. That was next. Then other minor humans. Maybe a few against Ma, maybe several against my brother. But at least with him, I was trying to make sure everything else was ironed out, and me too with Mama. And I still feel like it hasn't been. But dealing with this situation, this is what's pissing me off. Ever since losing people within the past 10 years, it's been hurting like crazy. With a resentment monster, it's pointing fingers left and right, thinking that's going to help with the situation, that's going to help with the pain. It doesn't. Said before in my other videos, when you're pointing a finger at someone, where's the other fingers? Where are they being pointed at? I have to accept responsibility, transparency, and accountability, which means I accept the blame for my own damn actions, my own damn thoughts, and my misconceptions. I have to. Once I have that, once I get the damn resentments, logged in and see where the accountability is on anything and everything. Do I owe the apology? Do I owe the amend process at this point? And it's usually trying to get myself in a better position emotionally and spiritually. That's why we do the amend process and the 12-tip programs, because we're trying to clean up our own street. We're fixing the mistakes that we made against people. What can we do to make amends to them, to clear the air on both sides? Sometimes it's going to be impossible as hell. Other times they're difficult, but we still have to deal with it. But I know my pride, I know my ego is going to take full advantage of this damn shit. Going to reassert itself and really inflame that damn resentment left and right. What makes me blind that I can't see the damn elements right in front of me. I'm seeing this one person going through this shit. And I've already seen this displayed many times. I heard the stories many times. And that's what hurts. That's what hurts. Denial. It's not my fault, or I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're not sorry. You're stuck on stupid right now. It's not taking responsibility. Well, I have been taking responsibility, but. I can't go in there and fix it. I may show it to them, but they got to do the damn footwork. They got to do it. If they know marriage and family therapy counseling may or may not help them, I don't know. But that's up to them, not on me. I may have to suggest it to them, but that's about it. But I can't do anything to change them. It's not my job. I'm not going to be a fucking sponsor at this point over here to take care of that shit. That's not my job either. Being a friend is one thing, but man, I'll tell you something, getting backstabbed left and right, that doesn't exactly keep friends very well. Yeah, I got disappointed and I got pissed off today. What else is new? Guy didn't take his responsibility, and I'm going to have to tear his ass apart on that one. Then how's that help me? Because now I've turned into an asshole at this point. And I sure as hell don't want that. I sure as hell don't need that shit. But this is important to me. Important enough to say, okay, I gotta turn this over to my higher power and let him deal with this shit. I can only do so much. Then after that, I can only tear myself apart and kick the living crap out of me. Even though my higher power doesn't like me doing that kind of shit. But, what other kind of choices do I have? None. So I have to struggle with what I've got right now as it is. And if I don't like it, I got to deal with that shit, don't I? But how do I deal with it? How am I supposed to be dealing with it? I can keep saying, I forgive you at this point, but there's going to be a point. I am not at the point where I'm saying, well, I can forgive you all the time. There's only so much I can only take. But as far as I say, that's it, that's fucking. Well, you knock this shit off already, or else I'm going to knock your ass off. Or better yet, walk away. And for me to say that, or me getting into that particular position, it's either got to be a change, growth, or something else pissing me off. Because I have been looking for support and structure and trying to find something that would help replace the family I lost. I can't replace them. And I had been struggling on my own trying to deal with shit. But it looks like I got to deal with that more and more. I have to still find the strength, and I still have to develop the muscles necessary. What's left of my life, I got to live. If I have to live it alone, I'll live it alone. I'm not going to like it. I'm going to be tearing myself apart over this damn shit. I'm going to care for my dog until she's joining the collection here. But she's not ready for it yet, and I'm not ready for it today. Just for today, just for tonight, just for this moment right now. Because that's all I got. I mean, hell, next 2 or 3 minutes, something else may happen in this damn place, or to me, and I don't know. This moment, right here, right now. Boom, 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 boom. We'll see what happens in the next 10 or 15 minutes, whatever happens. But for right now, things happen. Biological things. She matters to me. The other thing I'm dealing with is a bug war. A constant bug war. Eventually, I'm going to have these assholes coming in this place and kicking me out again for a few hours because they need to do heavy-duty spraying in this place. And the thing about I kept depending upon my friends here is I needed a place to stay for a few hours. And let the place dry up, and then that's it. I've got nothing. I got no place to put my little dog at. So I got to stay with her. And what pisses me off is when they're going to be going, or if they ever decide to go this week or next week. I mean, it would be nice if I know what they're going to be doing this weekend. I mean, if they're going to be planning this week or next week of leaving the state. Because maybe then I could try making arrangements with a management company to get the heavy-duty spraying done and over with and get it done. And maybe this time something won't go wrong at this point. Because right now I don't have any other alternative except for them to keep doing the light shit. And I know they're getting sick and tired about the damn thing. But I'll tell them, look, what do you want me to do? Huh? People in places that I depended upon at this point over here are drying up left and right. What the fuck do you want me to do? And that's the thing that kept pissing me off and worrying me to hell. If they still want to come in this place and do the heavy duty spraying in this place, the Orkin guys. So I kept depending upon my friends to do this thing over at their place every once in a while, so they can get it done and over with, so they can get rid of this damn bug war. Truth of the matter is, it hasn't gone so good. So maybe we got another light spraying. But then a week after that, I don't know. I have to find out. I have to. I've been reading social media posts about my other online friends out there having more issues dealing with situations that are driving them insane. And here I'm trying to pass off guru advice. I can't even get my own damn advice going on for me. You're talking about a fucking walking hypocrite I am. Shit. have to take it easy. I have to take it a day at a time. Sometimes I have to take it a minute at a time because if I don't, I'm going to fucking drive myself crazy and insane at this point. And that's how it's going right now as it is. But I have to do what's necessary. I'm not going to like it. And right now, I got a hurt dog, and that's got to buy me some time. So if they don't like it, I don't give a flying fuck. I got no place to take her to anyway. They don't like it, I don't give a shit. Even if my friend stayed for about another few more weeks, I still got a leg. I don't even know what the hell's going on until I get to Wednesday to the doctor's place and see what the hell's going on. So guess what I got to end up doing is writing a letter to the people in management, letting them know what's going on. Isn't that wonderful? So, guess what I get to be doing?